The new song. This new song is actually talking about our identity. Who do you choose to be identified with? Are you proud of your identity? As Christians, as children of God, we are to be proud of our identity. We are to identify ourselves with God. We are to subscribe to a higher authority, higher dimension, so we can excel. For the Bible says that the spirit of excellence was rested upon Daniel and made him to do exploits above his peers and contemporaries. So as children of God, we have an added advantage if we choose to identify ourselves with the God of all flesh. Remember, he says that I am the God of all flesh. Is there anything too impossible for me? So it's best. I think it's not just for me to think. It's what I know. It's what I'm sure of. It's what people have been testifying of, which I am a part of, that we have a God of all flesh who can do all things. He's above man. His reasoning is above our comprehension. The Bible says that commit thy ways in the hands of the Lord, and he shall establish thy thoughts. He said we should not lean on our own understanding. We find that when we trust God, when we rely on him, he provides succor for us. He provides for us. He shows himself as a God of all flesh who can do all things. So this song is to appreciate God, and it's also to challenge you, to challenge me. I was given the inspiration this morning that it's a privilege, it's an honor to be called a child of God. Not just for you to be called a child of God, but for you to be a child of God. There is a difference between people saying you are a child of God, people calling you a pastor, people calling you different titles just to honor you, just for joke. And it's another thing. It's a different ball game entirely for you to know the God they are calling you as child. If they are calling you the child of God, do you know that God? What is the level of your relationship with that God? If truly you are to be proud of that name. The Bible says, as many that are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. So as a child of God, it is expedient of us to be led, to be directed, to be ordered. Our steps are to be ordered by God. So once we follow this step, once we follow these guidelines that the Spirit of God will be giving to us, he then makes us become a wonder to our generation. So just flow along with me. It's a privilege for me to be a child of God. Is it a privilege for you? And what happens when you choose to identify yourself with the higher dimension of authority?